Oversight Committee member Tim Burchett from Tennessee joins me now. Congressman, welcome. Glad to have you with us tonight. So is it true that Democrats leaked these subpoenas? And will this hinder the investigation at all? Because we know Democrats want this to be as much of a nothing burger as this Alvin Bragg witch hunt is with Donald Trump.
Obviously, they are doing that, ma'am, and they're trying to do it through the legal process. And you know, it's unethical what they did. It's immoral, but it's what they do. You know, this committee, over the course of the Democrat leadership, I think they investigated the Washington Redskins on some kind of disagreement they had. And now Chairman James Comer is turning up the heat and making this a legitimate committee once again and doing what it's supposed to do. And the Biden crime family is screaming, we got them, and they know it. And they're going to start pitching a fit very soon. You'll see the attacks coming on Republican members of the committee. That'll be turned up. The heat will be turned up because they know they've caught them red-handed. And Hunter's at the center of it. And it's going to get back to the big guy, because it clearly states in the documents 10% for the big guy. And why this isn't leading the national news, I don't know on the other stations. Well, I do know, because they take their orders from the Democrat National Committee.
And we've already learned a lot about where some of the money has been going to Hunter Biden from CCP-aligned organizations. And, you know, you got Democrats led by Jamie Raskin. They're asserting that your side of the aisle is conducting this investigation behind what they say is a veil of secrecy. They sent a memo to Democrat members citing Chairman Comer's troubling decision to conduct his top priority investigation in secret, shielding it from critical public scrutiny. What's your response to this accusation?
This is all just a diversion. They have been completely compromised by the Communist Chinese Party, and the funding, you can see the direct line. I mean, it's very careless the way they did it. You know, generally when somebody tries to hide money, they run it through a couple of channels, but the arrogance and I think the stupidity of Hunter Biden, frankly, they've just been caught red-handed. And Chairman Raskin's doing his part as a loyal Democrat, but it's not working very well at all, obviously, because they have been caught, and there's going to be more to come of it. Because, you know, these folks, some people could be looking at some serious time here. So I don't think anybody's going to take the fall for Hunter or President Biden. I mean, as I stated, the Biden crime family is getting ready to be exposed completely.
Let me ask you about this. Are these big banks that your committee subpoenaed, are they going to cooperate? I know a lot of these big corporations have gone woke, probably don't want to cooperate with Republicans right now. If they choose not to cooperate, what's the next step?
Well, they could be subpoenaed themselves. I mean, these bank presidents could be. I think they're going to start. They're cooperating, ma'am. We have federal documents showing the violations that were, these warnings that were issued, which are very rarely done, but you've got dozens of them that were issued apparently to over the Biden transactions. Just the red flags that are obviously that are very obvious to federal officials that, oddly enough, are under Joe Biden's rule, actually. So it's kind of ironic there. They're just so obvious, and I just don't think you're going to see them get by with it. The communist Chinese ties. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just want to ask you about this quickly because I don't have a lot of time left. But, you know, we got all this evidence piling up on Hunter Biden. And right now he's shamelessly selling these bizarre paintings in New York City at an art gallery. They're priced at $85,000 a pop, going to anonymous buyers. He's previously sold about 12 paintings for hundreds of thousands. I mean, estimates suggest that he's earned at least 5 times more than the average artist. Again, this Hunter Biden who suddenly says he's an artist out of nowhere. Pretty questionable. Has your committee discovered anything more about these art purchases?
Yes, ma'am. What's turning up is the head of the art gallery is being very dismissive of this, and he's going to end up rolling on all this. I need to start dusting off some of my Bigfoot paintings I've drawn, and maybe I could get a little money for those as well.
You might get some good money for those. They'd be much better than this junk that he's putting out there. Congressman Tim Burchett, thanks for being with us.
Ma'am, it's always a pleasure. I'm glad Newsmax is back in firm hands once again, and we're glad y'all are still on the air.
Hey, we appreciate you. Come by in studio next time you're in the swamp. We'd love to see you.
I will. Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
All right.